I mean, like, all the social media feeds I get doesn't show up on any of them.
What
I need
social
old
media
man
feeds?
Media. Regular old Facebook.
Do you need me to put it on a VHS
Vintage
tape
tubies.
and mail it to you? Like what?
Yes, I would like you to record me a mixtape.
A mixtape? Cassette?
No way it was our last night. I kiss your lips, make you grip the sheets with your fingertips. Last bottle of Jack, we split a fifth. Just talk about life, going sip for sip. Yeah, you know you're all good fine. And that say shit I don't mean, but I'm still gonna wake up one
Let's roll with it. What's going on, everybody? I'm the one, the only, the WOOKIE. Joined here by my normal cast of misfits. I think I just broke my chair. I'm not sure. We'll find out later. I'm not sure what just flew off. I think it was my lumbar.
You are so excited for previews, Wookie.
I am
that you're
so
breaking
excited
things
for
left and
previews that I fucking busted my chair. Fuck
Ooh,
that
donation
chair.
to
Nobody wanted that chair
donation
anyways.
to swear jars. Woo.
Yep, here's my
Well,
20.
If you keep going, you too might.
Will
be
I
able to
set
get a
the all-time
Crucible
record?
and- No. We get a art card, Crucible and me.
Oh.
Yeah. So,
What's the all-time record for swear jar donations?
I will let you know when you hit it.
Oh, okay. You'll let me. Okay. Fair enough. I'll let you know when we get there.
Keep working hard.
I'm working so hard, but we are coming up on the Game Found for Shattered Realities, and it's that time of year again.
Friends, we have a couple people with us here today.
Oh, yeah. I didn't do any of that, did I? I tried to. Yeah, we got some people here today. What's going on, everybody? We've got the PhD of Keyforge, Dr. M. Sheep.
Hello.
The Minnesota Deuce, the Ewok.
Hello, Keyforge community. Glad to be here. Slamming chairs over people's heads. You'll hear about it later.
And I almost did something cool, Drazcor.
I did do something cool, and at least for the moment, I can hear you guys because Discord is acting goofy
For
as hell.
a moment.
Yeah.
All right, for the moment. But it's that time of year where GG dangles shiny things at us, and we go, ooh, we should throw money at them. And it's time for preview cards. Are you all ready? We're also going to go over...
Shattered Reality.
We will also go over Baltimore. Don't everybody freak out, right? Because we're going to do that too. But we figured we'd start with our preview cards because I didn't post anything all day today about our preview cards, or three boomers don't know how to use the internet. We'll let you
didn't post
decide.
it anywhere an adult can find it.
Yeah, so anyone
He made a
Keyforge
13-year-old's account and posted some shit there.
You
I posted it on
Short,
Instagram,
YouTube Short.
TikTok, and YouTube Shorts.
I stand corrected. Thank you for the evidence, Your Honor.
You're no problem. It's all there. And
Who
not
is the
only
target
that,
audience? Are they 8-year-olds?
What did you want?
We wanted classic old Facebook because we're old.
I posted them on Facebook too.
Yeah, that one did actually come through after some. It was very, very late.
After dinner time and right before bedtime?
Yeah.
Like 6?
Who doesn't do the best scrolling at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon?
Well, I mean, we can't argue about that, but
It's not when I'm pooping.
I'm
Okay,
sorry. Next time I will monitor your bathroom habits to make sure that the uploads coincide with when you're taking a shit.
well, boys, this
you.
This is preview week and next week before we go ahead and actually get to our Game Found campaign. So if you missed it, go check. Well, if you want to be spoiler free, sorry, then you can tune out for a little bit and come back in some point. But we're putting spoilers first. But Help from Future Self started off Monday, and then Flightless Pheasants had Tuesday. Okay, Wednesday was Jessica Casalotto. Do you guys?
Who the fuck is that?
I did not actually know. That's what I was asking, and this is
Can I get a
someone
link?
Sure. It's actually under the Keyforge Game Found Shattered Reality. It is updates number 2, content creator spoiler schedule. But she is actually on Insta, at Instagram there's
This is why none of us know what it is, Wookie, because we don't use Instagram.
So I had gone ahead and
I
asked
use Instagram to look at slightly well, you look at classy boobs.
I use
Mine are slightly I don't even know what to call that. Slightly trashy. There's got to be a better way to say that.
Trash adjacent? Recycling?
Trash adjacent, maybe. Prepare for the spoilers. Let's see. I'm going to go to this. Okay, Help from Futures with Jessica Cazzoletta. Here we go.
So she has board games, she has Magic, but I hadn't seen Keyforge, and so that's why I was asking.
It is on the top of her profile. I don't know how to do that. So I'm going to click on it now. You ready?
Okay.
It's still loading.
Because guess
All right,
what? When
so
I
she
asked
did
in our
play Keyforge somewhere with Fish.
You're not gonna find them.
Oh, she is.
Let me watch
I think
Finish.
she's foreign.
Well, she is foreign, but she was scheduled for yesterday. I still haven't seen the preview for there, but it was someone I didn't know. I mean, I love that we're putting on Insta, but again, with our demographic, if I didn't see it, I didn't have a connection. And maybe it is South American, European. I don't actually know where she's from. I like that they had reached out, but typically these are some people who have a little bit more connection.
I do believe I'm going to go out on a limb and say she might be Brazilian.
Awesome. I love this.
Torrenio Keyforge Arcatura SP Formato Arcante Limitado Maximo.
What is going on?
71.
Yeah.
This is one of her posts.
Sure, that's how it sounds.
Again, all I was looking for is I actually haven't seen. So if anyone finds what
she's got a
her
sweet
preview cards.
Discovery Keyforge Club.
They said what's going on. She's at some big board gaming event. She told GG she's going to release on the 27th, and they didn't up down Game Found to represent that.
Correct.
So,
Yeah,
27th.
That's basic. The
long
27th
story you guys are making.
She's
27.
followed by GG. Are we followed by GG? No.
No. Anyway, there are quite a few different individuals. I like that some of them are constant stables in our Keyforge
Hold on.
listening stance, and I like that there's different content creators, some of them being new. So awesome. Congrats to everyone who got some previews, and these are pretty sweet. And I have to say, I am especially fond of our cards, boys. I don't know about you, but I think we got some amazing cards. Shall we get into it?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
Let me see here. I got to click over. So we start out with Cut and Run. Pip of Ember, every time you play this action, reveal the top card of your opponent's deck. It is a Shadows card. I did not say that. You were correct. Reveal the top card of your opponent's deck. If the revealed card has a bonus icon, purge it. Otherwise, graft it onto an enemy creature.
This is at a common.
Common.
Yep.
So
Should we talk text first and then go into the image after?
Sure. So so you're looking at the top card of your opponent's deck. Okay, so you're not hitting their hand.
This is
okay.
Like a slightly better hamstrung. Who cares?
A hamstring sucks, right? So okay.
But this isn't much better.
Yeah, I guess it targets actions-ish. Actions with pips on them. You have this Bodok and purge it. Otherwise, graft it onto an. What does grafting do for you? I guess there's a bunch of cards that are going to come that are grafty.
Well,
yes,
it's going to graft it onto a creature that has no graft ability, and it's just a place to hide it until that dude dies.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it is essentially another out of play zone where it's kind of stored. I think that people are really missing graft. While we originally saw grafting as a mechanic that was bringing other cards to be used again, such as Infomancer or Memolith, that is not the main item that I've seen from grafting as we've gotten through some previews. Grafting seems to be a very heavy use of C, of removing cards, specifically creatures. This one is going to go ahead and take more of actions and be able to toss them into an unplayable area for the short time. So we'll see if we can interact with that more or what, but it is technically in another area.
So this card's bad because if they only have an Infomancer, you have to discard it. I mean, this is not a real thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's a bunch of cards that do a bunch of cool stuff with having stuff grafted onto them, but we
you're
haven't seen
grafting
them
it
yet.
under an enemy creature. So it's like, for this to benefit you, you'd have to have a card that said, like, for every card grafted under an enemy card, and it'd be like, oh, this is like a totally bad key cheat because this is the only set that it works in.
Correct.
Yeah.
So if you're playing out of set, I think that you can basically just tuck another card and it's going to leave it. I would have liked it not to be random, but a little bit more select a card from the top 3 or the, so that you had some more agency.
Yeah.
Yes, it would.
It is, like I said, it's kind of just hamstrungy. It is better than hamstrung, but it's not tons better, except it can, it can hit a Martian Generosity and just purge it, and then somebody cries or whatever good cards exist now.
So if it is that action, like if it has a bonus icon, meaning anything from an Amber Pip to a House Enhanced Pip to so it is hitting more frequently right now. It is going to purge it. Otherwise, it's just temporarily gone. It's not the worst card that I've seen, but out of the two, this is more for the image and the picture than it is for the text and playability, in my opinion.
We're glad you asked, Barry. Who are the people in the masks in the back wearing the sheep masks? We'll never know.
Well, I mean, I think that's all our listeners, right? They're just sheep fans. And in order to get a good look at what's going on in the foreground, which is the Dr. Sheep character, look the wrong way, and the Ewok character smashing him with, is it a hammer? Is it
I think it's a chair,
bicycle seat?
It's a chair.
I think it's a chair or their leg.
It's a chair.
Yeah,
I
smash the back of the chair.
Tooth out.
Yep. Do you see that? That tooth is popped out, coming out. I have whacked him over the head with a chair, which is the only way that you should deal with a sheep. And all of his faithful sheep entourage just staring as they've lifted up. Meanwhile, in the background, someone is running off with our little money pot from our swear
jar.
Somebody's got the swear jar.
Yep.
Shit.
That son of a bitch.
There goes again.
All I'm saying is what's really going on here is Ewoks performing a donkey punch on a sheep.
No, this is definitely a chair shot because I think I've had many talks with Mr. Jeremy about wrestling in the past, and he knows I'm a big wrestling fan, so I think that's just a chair shot. But there are no steel chairs in the Crucible, just wooden ones, so you get a wood chair.
Well,
take that as you will.
Some extra little information. Things got a little out of hand. Yes.
That only happens most KFCs.
This is actually a Crucible and Me art card, boys.
Why does Sheep get a banner in the back? He's also, not only do they have masks on, he's got like a full on birthday
it's a
banner
Crucible
in the back.
and Me art card.
Yes. So this is an actual art card. We have seen the extended art. Sheep, where does this actually come from?
This comes from one of the many stories we've told on this show.
Yep.
And this is an homage of Ewok cheap shotting me in the eye at my bachelor party.
That is correct. So
you liked it though.
So indeed, it is a sheep party going on.
Yep, it was a bachelor party.
Yeah.
And there's a nasty little Ewok taking cheap shots.
Yep. This art, I love it. I love this art.
What makes this even better is on the extended art of this, which you cannot see in this card. Sheep is actually bent over on essentially a pew or a kneeling block that is wooden. Like he is being
and he's
paddled.
taking it?
Yeah.
like,
If you
remember, punched, it's disturbing.
If you remember the spankings from Vegas, that is what the extended art is.
It's almost
that is what it is.
It's almost like
None of
Ewok
us went to that.
is a weird dominatrix, and she is.
So it is a conglomeration of all of us.
This is a bottom. We understand.
Yeah, we do understand. We all get it now.
Out, man. You don't shush. Another tooth's going to come out.
Just for the listeners at home, I don't believe she was missing any teeth, like legitimately.
No, he was green. He was green like a collector worm in the Mars icon.
I'm missing a partial tooth.
Yeah, but that wasn't from that moment. Your head was skinned, and you vomited a lot. But you had a wonderful time, and lots of stories to tell about it. Yeah.
All right, should we move into our next card?
We shall.
Yeah, we should.
Let's move into Barnaby. 2-power human thief from shadows. Play, steal 1. If your opponent has more ember than you, draw 2 cards. Also at common.
Yeah.
Finally improved Urchin.
Yep.
Draw those cards. I want a bunch of these. And it's not just because my beautiful, beautiful face is on this card.
Dude, that is a stunning, stunning image.
We just want to know who your boyfriend is.
Ooh.
I don't know.
For those of you wondering, is that Dom Fam? Never mind.
What?
Nothing.
It doesn't look anything like Dom Fam.
No, if Dom Fam had red hair.
This looks like my Russian counterpart here.
What I was interested in, I was like, all right, I got a whole bunch of pictures of me with my my coupe glass full of a cocktail, sitting in my bar drinking, lounging in my chair drinking, just drinking all over the place. And I was like, I want to be, and I want to be, having a good time sharing a drink with friends. So, or something like that. I forget exactly what the prompt was. So here, this is it's me clinking my glass with 2 other fellow thieves. And then the flavor text is, put them on a tab, boys. Tell them the name's Jones. Now,
I love that, man.
Yeah. So the inside, like if you're paying attention, right? So Jones, that is the name of Mammon DG's card.
Crucible me card, yeah.
Yes. So I'm telling these guys to basically, I'm buying them drinks and putting them on Mammon DG's tab, which I think is hilarious. So I'm loving this. It's a good card. It's good art.
Now, here's my first question.
That's a good time. Yeah.
And I gotta think back to this. Are you the first creature in the Crucible with glasses?
Huh.
I mean, with
he's looking at that,
I'm a blind guy glasses. Maybe
there's definitely like
goggles and stuff.
Like if we went back and looked at the previous art cards, the Astarians with sunglasses, says Barry. Yeah, there's definitely a whole bunch, right?
But it does stick out on this card as a dude with like glasses.
Yeah, and if you missed it, Reservist Jones is Mammon DG's personalized card, so that is where the homage is being paid to.
Oh, we get all the flavor, boys.
Brilix Ponder, right, which is an art card, right? Isn't that Wizard Random?
Yeah,
maybe. Yes. These glasses, right?
Right. They might have been super.
There's also
Dr. later.
There's
for locked.
Wait, I think another one of the logos art cards. What isn't Stormstrong's have? Is it Stormstrong?
Don't you see the back of his head?
Wait, hold on.
While you're looking at that, now, Sheep, while you went ahead and talked about Urchin, we're here, steal 1. This common is a common in Shadows I want to see for this new Shattered Realities. So immediate effect right there. Play effect, great. Steal 1, good. Always enjoyable. But here, if your opponent has more amber than you, draw 2 cards. Like how this could set up that.
Man, it'd be even sweeter if those were flip-flopped.
Sure,
Draw
but
2 cards, steal 1.
Yeah.
Oh, if you did the check before you stole.
If I did the check before I stole.
Now they got to be 2 amber ahead.
Yeah.
So yeah, there'll be plenty of opportunities where this thing. I mean, it's like Ronnie though. You end up playing Ronnie for 1 amber all the time and not getting the second amber, even though
this is true.
That you want to hold it, but you can't.
But
another
you draw another Barnaby. You forge your key.
It is.
Then you just keep playing Barnaby.
Yeah.
This is worth a whole point more than Urchin.
Oh yeah.
I think because the F will hit often enough. I'm not sure Cut and Run is actually a whole point better than Hamstrung.
No, it's not.
No.
I also another card you want to die. No offense. Because you want to play it again. Hopefully hit and runs and set. Hit and run and set.
I'm okay with sacrificing me. So Urchin is a 3. Yeah, I think this could be a 4.
Yeah. Could be a 4.
I think Ronnie's a 5. Yes, Ronnie's a 5.
Yeah.
So,
well, if Ronnie's a 5, I think isn't this a better Ronnie?
No, this doesn't ever steal 2.
No, it doesn't. The steal 2
is worth more than drawing 2 cards.
Probably.
One extra steal is worth more than 2 cards.
And they have to be ahead on Amber, which
yeah,
but you got to be ahead on Amber to steal 2.
No.
It's
just they gotta be
just
at
if
7.
they're
They
at
got to be at
7.
7 or more. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all that it is.
Yeah.
It's like this is closer to Pincher Malloy.
Very, very nice. Barry pulls up in our over in the comments. Grammaticus Thrax with those beautiful glasses there. There you go.
Yeah, I missed it. With the big ass bill, I missed the glasses.
I think that this image is very well done. I think it's classy. I think that it turned out better than some of the other personalized art cards that I've seen. So I really like this dress.
Damn,
Ewok
throwing shade.
I'm happy.
Yeah, there is.
Shade.
I think that it is still a very, very enjoyable experience and part of what's coming up from GameFound. So we can go ahead and talk there. This will still be listed as
that was passive aggressive shade, right, Sheep? Like that's what I heard, right?
Architect of the Crucible Premium. Like, okay, so you have a bit of decks that are coming similar to the Architect of the Crucible at $1,500, but the Premium has Crucible and me, and so for that extra $500, I think that some of these have turned out really, really, really good, and there are some that they have decreased the amount of communication, but I will argue that
Draz had
GG
no communication on this one.
Yeah, I got lucky.
But Draz has turned out really well. But I will say this: GG has made it right for others when that communication was lacking and the art did not come out as was intended. So it is still something that
we are aware of 2 situations where art cards was given to the person and basically they rejected it. So we know of 2 of those situations now. So yes, Draz got lucky in that his was like, oh yeah, this is me. This is what I asked for.
Yep.
Now you asked for a fairly simple thing, so that is helpful. Like I know the art prompts that were given for Cut and Run were moderately complex, and they did not actually hit all of the requests as defined. But
I don't think that's a problem. I still think this one turned out great. So Cut and Run,
it's fine.
Yeah.
And there was a recent.
I think keeping your art prompts simpler is going to result in more success.
Yes, I agree.
It's kind of like AI. Like the more crap you put in, the weirder it gets. Where if you just use like a few words, you'll get those things.
It's almost like a shattered reality. Whoa!
Yes.
No,
something like that.
That was as close to the X-Files as I was going to get.
I mean, I knew
Was that what that was?
So.
Yeah, that was the X-Files.
Yeah. Good to know.
I can only do that and what's the other paranormal? Paranormal? I don't know. Whatever that show that my wife watches with the two ghost hunters or whatever it is. I don't know what they
Oh yeah.
Dean and
yeah, the other one.
Supernatural. That's the one.
Supernatural. There you go. Dean and the other one. Yep.
Dean and the other one. I don't remember his name.
Uh-huh.
Dean and I don't remember him. Sorry.
Uh-huh.
Not gonna happen. But it's okay.
So while you're coming back, there's still quite a bit of previews coming up from some great content creators.
right.
Definitely go and check. Well, but anyone who is consistently being able to come here and talk about our great game, I'm going to give some plugs. So go check it out. And outside of that,
We do still have Floximal coming, so that's cool. There's a bunch of ones. Actually, I don't know this Le Cronte del Crogio.
I think they're French.
Sure. I don't know things.
that is a content creator who's been consistent in the past. You have Bad Penny Press.
Yeah, actually, this guy looks familiar. I think he was. Yeah, he's done stuff. Yeah. All right. So that's cool.
Yeah, he did a thing
Yeah.
or two.
French. I
Yeah.
thought this was Italian. He's
That's
been
what I
here.
Maybe
thought.
he's Italian.
He's been here
he is
8 different
Italian.
times.
He is Italian.
Yeah.
You're right, Italian.
Bad Penny Press.
So,
team.
He also
Team
uses
GG.
We're aware
he
of
also
that.
uses AI in his thumbnails. You guys want to go give him shit or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, refocusing you.
No.
Bad Penny Press coming up next Monday. Team GG on Tuesday. Wednesday's Ugly Strew. Flocks them all on Thursday. And finishing with Warcast Reforged on Friday. So that is amazing.
And then the Brazilian one.
Yes, we'll be coming on the
Yes.
27th. So the actual campaign launches on the 23rd. So we're coming up pretty quick here, guys. That's next week, Thursday, week from today. What houses are here? We've gone through this before, but Brobner, Mars, Uberos, Shadows, Star Alliance, Unfathomable, and Untamed. And your pledge tiers are pretty consistent with what we've seen in the past. So Novice of the Crucible, Seeker of Dax, Reaper of Amber, Breaker of Chains, Turner of Keys, Architect Crucible,
Where
and
the hell
Crucible
do you see the
Premium.
pledge tiers?
Those are all this.
Yeah,
This here is update
normal.
5, man.
Oh, it's an
Update number 5. So they will have personalized decks coming back. They will not have playmats because you can go ahead and order your custom playmat on keyforging.com, which we are still waiting for. We want our custom art. And I bet you Barnaby would be another great one to have up there. So
Man, I bet you if you made that a custom art, like 5 of them would sell. Maybe.
well, we have something else that we want first, but yes, there are a couple that would definitely go.
I mean, I don't need a Barnaby dartboard.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Go for it.
Anyways, let's move on into the Wednesday/Sunday night fun. Lokakar's retirement party. Guys, what happened with Lokakar?
He got sick of spending all his time
Putting up with our
money.
shit.
Now that people are playing in person, online play is down. So that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, so
he's gotten super busy with life too.
Yeah.
He's super busy with life, and we all take those swings up and down with mom and dad life and adult life. Pete has taken over the reins and is still running Wednesday, so we still do have Wednesday and Sunday night fun that is happening here on Archons Corner Discord. But if you see people on Sunday and Wednesday, stop by. Yesterday night, what do we have? We had 10 players, 13 people just in there chatting. It was actually a little bit of stimuli overload, which was both good and bad. It was really good, but there was a lot of chatter and a lot of fun.
Alliance Vault? Yeah.
That's right. We
Yeah.
had more people in attendance
More people than
Alliance Vault. Yep.
Yes, we're now bigger than Alliance. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, let's get into some Baltimore 2026.
Baltimore. I refuse to call it Baltimore. It was the Baltimore Vault Tour.
You just
And
did.
there
I heard you
7?
right now. Twice.
7 players in Alliance. They
Yeah.
didn't
Yep.
even have a top 8.
They did not have a top 8.
Yep.
There were multiple people kicking themselves because you actually would have gotten some really spicy VM26. All you had to do was
Yeah.
show up.
I could have gotten 2 or 3 free geotagged VM26 if I had
you
just
really felt good about yourself.
Yes.
no.
Yes.
There,
Go get that invite, boy. Don't be too proud.
it's not
I
even
mean, you don't
about
get an
it's not-
invite for 8th,
like-
but
You get an invite
Yeah,
for fucking runner-up.
that's true. But you know what
You
could
have to
done?
work
gotta
really
be
hard
Kyle
to get a
good,
runner-up
and-
here,
and
man.
we're not
So-
Kyle good, so
Yeah, you
doesn't
could have
work
just
for us.
dropped. You know I should have done is figure out how to enter both.
You can't do that.
And then you just gotta trick
What's
them. I don't
actually
think it
going to
actually
stop you
physically
from
blocks you.
registering
And then you
in both?
drop, right? And
The
you
people
run
at the
over-
registration
5 minutes,
desk who
run
are
over
there
to
like,
your
hey.
Archon.
Isn't this exactly what Kyle did? Like, entered both and
No.
just dropped from one?
No, because Chimera
That's a
went
rumor.
ahead.
I'm
Yeah,
starting.
yeah, he did.
No,
Well, he
Chimera.
changed.
Yeah, Chimera changed because he actually had
with you.
decks.
You should have done registered for both. Then, when the round started, just conceded the game in
Yep.
That was
in
no.
Alliance, and then went and played your Archon game.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
is not.
could've.
It is not allowed. It was an honest mistake. He had decks that he was trying to go ahead and
We're
play. but
telling two different stories here, aren't we?
yeah, the
Yeah.
pod
much so.
for St. Louis, the pod
St.
was
Louis.
not moved over in Master Vault, and that caused problems. So like that is an
What
honest
pod? It was
mistake.
an Archon
No,
deck.
the deck, his whole Archon deck.
His deck.
whole Archon deck.
Yeah,
Yes,
his
we
deck
know.
was not shared in Master Vault. And so
Yes.
while he physically had the copy right there with him, you couldn't play it. And
He
so
was
they
not
were very
friends
kind.
with the person in
Correct.
Master Vault. Yes, we know.
And
You are
so,
no fun at making up bad rumors.
yeah.
No, that was Gigi actually being nice and letting him go ahead and switch over, and then it turned out well because he qualified for Alliance under it. I think that being able to qualify on Alliance, both first or second, it requires a lot. And so I feel bad for anyone who likes Alliance and wants to be able to play and
I
play at that top
qualified
level.
one time.
But I feel that there is a difference by just slopping in the 8th spot in order to get 3 decks versus people who have put together an alliance and are passionate about it. Unfortunately,
There
in
is
my
a difference.
opinion, it should be prized based on how many people are there. And
Bro, it's all about
needs-
agency.
It needs to go. It's not about agency. It's just
About
time for it
agency.
to go. But we're gonna finish this year with it. But I really do hope that they have enough information going forward that it just moves to a different area. And
Just
I'm sorry for
remember-
the few people that we'll lose, but
Support at gg.com or whatever that website is. Make draft a vault tour.
no,
Oh,
no,
God.
that is horrible. We're gonna do sealed and more sealed,
Oh,
sir.
I'm
Sealed.
sick.
Yeah, stop.
Can't you guys just agree with me so it doesn't happen?
No.
Because now this is going to happen. You realize this,
Yeah.
right? Like
Oh,
you've
Wookiee's
spoken it,
bad idea comes
you've
to life.
spoken it into existence.
All right. So Baltimore, talk to me, Draz, because you were actually there and some stuff happened. What happened Thursday night?
So Thursday night. So I actually was not there Thursday night because I live not terribly far from.
Fine, we'll skip
from
it.
Baltimore.
Goodbye.
But no, I will talk about I put it in there because I wanted to talk about what happened. So what they did, what the Bay Witches did, is they hosted the regular Thursday night event is Thursday night. So they said, hey folks, if you're coming on in, come and play. We'll play a special event. And they said, hey, we're gonna steal the event from our Pennsylvania friends. So that's us, right? So, but we said that's fine. That's fine. I said I'd hear from my lawyers, but I don't actually know who came up with this. I don't know if it was us or somebody else, but they did a token, double token sealed. So you purchase one WoE deck and one Talk deck, and you have to use at least one pod from each deck, and then you rock and roll. This is what we've been doing for our Alliance Store Championships. And so that's what they did. Apparently there was 20 some people that came out and played. They had a cool
double
grab.
the regular Alliance amounts. Boom.
Yeah. They had a cool Alliance or a cool trophy, like a crab, because Baltimore. Cool crab trophy that they had 3D printed. And it apparently was a lot of fun, and people had a good ass time. So I was almost like, oh darn, you know what? Should have started renting because the local crew, the redacted guys here, rented a Airbnb and crammed a lot of dudes in a small house. And maybe we should have rented on Thursday night as well. That way we could have come down and played in this, but we didn't. So I came down on Friday morning and jumped right into Sealed for Draconian Measures, which had 59 players in that event, and I felt reasonably good about my decks. And I don't think they were amazing, but I was like, all right, unlike when I played last time, and Portland was the last one I did, where I just had trash, felt like I'd actually had stuff I could do. So that was good. So I managed that first day to go undefeated, which was pretty awesome. Beat that X-Ray guy, and it was very, very close match. Showed him what's up, and then got to go into day 2 as undefeated, which was pretty awesome. So I did not, because I was doing well, did not get to play in the side event, which was Sealed VM 24. Now, everybody was like correctly making jokes about how they still have Sealed VM 24 because the set's not that great and they are struggling to figure out how to get rid of it, which is correct. But this I thought was a really cool way to do it because VM 24 is a really fun Sealed set. So a bunch of people played it. I heard a lot of people had a lot of fun, and they I don't know. They got to go. I think it was buy 2, open 2, pick 1. So it was not Alliance. It was Sealed Archon, I guess. So it's true Sealed, but you got to pick from 2.
So our good friends at Archon Arcana do have all the information listed. So thanks for everyone tracking information down. But yeah, 2 decks Sealed Archon standard, and that's where 2 decks, pick 1, 28 players, and the winner being Hurricane Relic. So shout out to him, man.
Yep. So, and there was a whole bunch of prizes that get given out at these side events. These side events just feel so much better than Second Ember. Lots of cool prizing, right? Hurricane Relic got made off with the Geotag deck. Plus, there was just a whole bunch of decks that were thrown in. So all top players got a whole bunch of decks, which was pretty cool. So
I will second that.
Guess
the
they
side
did not,
events definitely feel better. They feel more meaningful.
Listen to the feedback of putting the Sealed event on Saturday night and the selected deck event on Friday night. Like Sealed followed by Sealed still feels weird. Like, why is it not reversed?
I agree with you, Sheep, that would be the one transition, like the one change that I would make for next year. But I do like that the alternative formats are pulling people in. I mean, 28 players is a substantial amount. Out of the 59 who showed up for Sealed, you had a number that really wanted to be able to play. I do think it's limiting other like here's a quick pod of 8 to go ahead and play. That doesn't necessarily happen, but I'd much rather have, here's your main sealed event or main Archon Alliance event, and then here is the side events or alternative format guide. So it was super fun when I was over in St. Louis to play. I was very happy with it.
So we finish up our games, and everybody's real hungry. And of course, everybody's like, "Where are we going?" So I'm like, "We're going downtown." And so it's like, "All right, well, we got to drop our stuff at the house." And so some people left from the store. Some of us went back and dropped our stuff at the Airbnb, and then some people carpool, but then there was not enough people wanted to drive because we were gonna be drinking. So I ended up ordering an Uber, and so there was all sorts of various ways to get down there. But the folks that drove themselves versus Ubered, right? They got to leave a little earlier. So I'm in the car with X-Ray, right? And we're the Uber. We're driving down the road, jump on the highway into downtown, and suddenly there's like police lights and flashing lights, and then all the cars just come to a stop, and we sit and we sit and we sit for like 30 plus minutes just sitting on the highway. Like, people are getting out of their cars, walking around. It's like, oh my gosh. So I'm like chatting in Discord. I'm like, hey, are you guys stuck on the highway too? And King of Bling's like, we have drinks. We all have drinks. We're at the bar and we have drinks. I was like, damn it. So we sit there for a long time. Finally, we get going, and it all just releases at once. And all there was a crane with some guys in vests, but there was power lines. So our guess is that there was something wrong with the power lines, and they decided that lines might fall, and so they needed to stop traffic on the highway and repair it. So that sucked because it was not that far ahead of us. Like, if they had stopped traffic literally like 1 minute later, 30 seconds later, we would have zipped through it. So it took us forever to get to this place, which was unfortunate. But we show up at Bunnies, Buckets, and Bubbles.
What? Say it again.
Yeah. Bunnies, Buckets, and Bubbles.
Which we are being told is not a
beer
strip
and
club.
wings.
Yeah.
I actually
not
a strip club.
Yeah, I looked it up.
Yeah.
It's like a chicken.
Yeah, beer and wings.
Yeah, it's
clearly.
like fried chicken and champagne cocktails is their situation. So that was kind of a weird combination. As I was looking stuff up, I'm like, hell yeah, we're gonna do this. So my original plan was to take a picture of the sign out front that says Bunnies, Buckets, and Bubbles. But unfortunately, the sign doesn't actually say it. It just has like a big rooster. So I was gonna take that picture and send it to G, right, to Blinking Line, and be like, "You're missing out," because he's the connoisseur of strip clubs.
Yep.
But this was not a strip club, so chicken was real good. Cocktails were pretty good, and there was a whole ton of people there. It was like a big old crowd. And a whole bunch of folks were at this big table, but we got there so late. We ended up at the bar with some other folks. So a few of us sat at the bar. The rest were at the giant table they had. And it was a good ass time. And then after actually crazy. The best thing was they had deviled eggs topped with crab meat because Baltimore. And that was awesome. Yeah, there you go, Ewok. Right there's he just put the picture in the chat. That is the rooster. That's outside this place.
I call it a
So-
hen, but
Sure. I can't. Yeah. You lifted up her skirt. That's what you do in Bunnies, Buckets, and Bubbles. So at that point, a bunch of folks were, whiny about how tired they were and how they wanted to go home, and they were weak. So
Is this X-ray?
I was like, well, I'm actually not X-ray. Believe it or not. X-ray. It was it was a bunch of my locals. Like I was like, come on, dudes. And like King of Bling was like, I'm tired of going back. All the whatever guys. So I'm like, X-ray, we're going drinking, right? He's like, yes. So I just start walking, right? Get us to a cocktail bar, and got to the elk room. There's a sweet giant elk head, stuffed elk head with like a bandolier of Underberg bottles on it. And look at you, Ewok, on the ball with these pictures here. Yeah, you can see the big elk head in the chat there and the bar situation. So we sat at the bar.
It looked very Wisconsin with all the hunters. Like I could totally see the elk or deer mounts being everywhere. So this made me laugh.
It was a good ass time. We had a whole bunch of drinks, and we were Ubering, so it was fine. And it was very tasty. There was live music there, but it wasn't ultra loud. It was like a little jazz situation. And it was really chill. It was really cool.
And if I'm correct, so you had finished 6-0. X-Ray also finished in the top 8 there.
Yep.
So you guys did play the top 8 game that night, correct?
That's right. Yes, we did play the round of 8 before going to
these
establishments.
establishments.
No. Is that right? Yeah.
We should have played the top 4.
We played the round of 8, so both X-Ray and I moved on.
Yeah, because the top 4, like the people who were top 8, like 5 through 8, who lost in that first round. Shout out to General Store, Moose Mandu, Noob 72, and Quick Draw for going ahead and placing the top 8 section. And then in the top 4, you had yourself, Cats and Dogs, X-Ray, and Stormstrong all going to fight it out on Saturday to determine who's going to actually take home the trophy, the first place, and also who's going to qualify for Worlds. So awesome job, guys. Great job.
Yeah, and my plan was to get X-Ray wasted. And so I did. And I should have got Cats with Dogs and Stormstrong messed up too, but what are you gonna do? So so eventually we stumble back, or get the Uber, finally get back to the house, and get there, and the guys who were like, we're too tired, they're all up just sort of like chatting and talking and whatever there. So I'm like, I gotta pound some water, and so I'm just like pounding water because I'm like stumbling around the house, and I'm like, I'm gonna fall asleep right here in the living room. So I stumble into bed, fall asleep, and wake up the next morning feeling great.
Nice.
And who was not feeling great?
X-Ray.
X-Ray. X-Ray's like, oh. I was like, come on, dude, you gotta hydrate. So but yep, Saturday was Archon. So I actually played my new Draconian Measures deck.
Wait. Say that again for the audience.
Yeah.
What did you play?
I played a Draconian Measures deck.
Okay. And on Saturday, there were 51 Archon players and then 7 Alliance players.
Weren't there 66 tickets sold? And only 57 people played? 58?
58, yeah. So not everyone showed up, but
or they played just the side events. I don't know.
Yeah,
they were truly there just for a craptive.
mean,
Nobody was there just for adaptive.
There was definitely people who were just there for adaptive.
ADP dropped 3-1 to go play adaptive.
Mm-hmm. Yep, there was definitely people.
Yeah,
that sounds about right.
I think like Quick Draw might have done that too, right? Like there was definitely some folks that dropped.
I would like to give up my ability to be a Vault Warrior to play adaptive.
Yeah,
is that the hill?
You like what you like.
Is that the hill you want to die on?
I will say that Archon Adaptive did pull 25 players as a alternative format, and the eventual winner was Nobe 72. So
is that higher than? That isn't even higher than some of the ones that are very similar to the numbers of the ones at St. Louis.
Yeah, you're saying for side events.
Yeah, it's not like it's not like the whole room was like, "Oh, it's adaptive. We gotta go play that."
No, I mean, what you're really seeing is because Baltimore had the most amount of players again compared to Portland and St. Louis. But what we are seeing here is that basically out of 58 players, you had 25 that went and played in the alternative format. Out of the 59 on Friday, you had 28 that played in the alternative format. So it's getting good pull, but I don't see adaptive as being something like, yes, some people played, they were very excited about it.
Let's just say
but I don't
pull JT Russell in. He didn't even show up.
Yeah.
But it does pull some people in. It had a good turnout. I will give a spoiler here for the top 8 for Archon. DM Draz, how did you do?
I went 2-2.
Yeah, there was no DM that made top 8, so you can do that.
Yep. I was a little sad. I actually almost beat Castrovere, who made top 8 with a pretty cool PV deck. And my 2 little switcheroos were in the bottom like 5 or 6 cards, both of them, and I just needed to draw one of them to basically win. And I was trying so hard, and I couldn't. So that would have been a cool win, but nope, lost that game to PV, of course. And then
you dropped to play adaptive.
I actually ended up doing so. Quick Draw badgered me into doing it, and I actually regretted my decision.
I regretted my decision.
Yeah. It's like they were bidding chains. I was like, I don't know. I just want to play my deck. And then I played way too many chains. And I was like, this is stupid. So I was like, why did I do this? So, whatever. I mean, I was definitely out, but maybe I should have just kept playing. But anyway. But yeah, no, my other loss was just one of the absolute worst draws I've had in a long, long time. Played against Foolish Big J. And even he, like, partway through the game, he's like, you keep drawing the cards that do nothing this turn that last turn would have totally destroyed me. And I'm like, this keeps happening. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. But I had fun. I had fun trying it. I was hoping to do a little better, but against good PV, didn't super suspect that I would do well, but I was sort of hoping. So I don't know. Now I'll have to figure out what I'm doing for Vietnam in the next few weeks. So,
while we're talking here, top 8 for Archon, boys. We had 2 GR, Amber Skies, and then 5 PV. Now, out of the GR, Dumfam had Donatus, which won last year. So it's a well-known deck. And the Amber Skies deck is Mammon on Olympio. And Olympio has actually top 8'd or top 4'd for every single Vault Tour so far. So that is St. Louis,
that he's
and now here.
Well, that he's played it in. Right.
Correct, that he has played it in. Yeah. My apologies.
Yeah.
But What do you think about PV still showing up 5 out of the 8 for Archon? Did you expect
not
it?
surprising. It's
that's kind of where I am too.
It's of the 8 decks, you've got 2, known quantities like way above the curve in their respective sets, and then really just the one deck that was a little bit unknown that was outside PV, right? So it was just knowns and PV. Yeah, the Shiftless Footman by
which
Kokathi.
finished, Kokathi, which finished actually top 4 on that GR. Have you guys looked at that with the amount of disruption that's there?
Nope.
So all right, I'm going to go to drascore.com and I'm going to bring it up.
You can go ahead and do that. Now, as a teacher and being done with my own vacation, so it's nice to be back, I was able to not be at Baltimore, which made me sad, but I was able to go ahead and kind of watch as I was out working in the yard, weeding and other things. But Shiftless Footman was shown on the actual cast. It was a bummer that early on there was nobody casting, but I do appreciate, Drez, that you and who else was with you on Sunday? I wasn't there for Sunday, Metal Zoa, but I was there Friday and Saturday and basically spent the whole day on both days following along. But Shiftless Footman by Kokathi really stood out to me. There are 3 Recklessnesses. You also have Memorialize the Fallen and Cacophonous Riots. And then you have double market fluctuation. So each haunted player draws 3. Each player that is not haunted discards 3. And what was actually said, I believe it was from Kokathi when I heard it, was that he just basically plays it as 5 Recklessness. So the idea that you're going to go ahead and have that disruption pretty consistently and then Fiery Jark to be able to kind of bounce and kill key creatures, it definitely stood out. Grim Reaper for removing some key creatures coming in, the double energy vampirism in here somewhere. So it was a double permanent record too for some nice steel. It definitely stood out to me as a deck. But the Brobnar had quite a bit going on, especially with the Recklessness. So
yeah, I think it was Mammon who lost to this deck in the round of 8, and he said he was like, it just all the cards I needed just kept getting hit out of his hand, right? He's like, first Recklessness just took out both his Dr. X's, right? It's like, and so he just couldn't get his stuff going. It's hard. It's hard when your stuff just keeps getting discarded. But PV probably has an advantage because you don't redraw when you discard stuff that turn. But it got to top 4 here. So the draft score likes it. It's a 140 on the draft score, the Shiftless Footman. Yeah.
The other deck that I wanted to point out was shout out to Stragon 8. Dry Norton of the Temple, and this had a little bit of personal value. So I actually opened this deck, and it's pretty solid, 104. But the reason that it is no longer in my possession is that this deck has 4 Oblivion Knights, and Oblivion Knight is Stragon 8's personalized art card, and so we immediately talked, and it needed to go to him. So we worked out a deal, but it was awesome to see that it made, I believe that was top 4.
Yes.
And that was pretty cool to go ahead and see what's there. So Soul Lock, Life Ward, Remy's Horror, the Quad, Oblivion Knights, and triple knockbacks. You don't usually see redemption, but the redemption can be pretty disruptive from there.
Have we ever seen Archon Redemption make a top 8?
No. Not that I'm aware of.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. And I mean, the logo says nothing to sneeze at either. So it's prophecies, Forge Ahead, look how far you've come. Yes. Cards will tell, and Wasteful Regrets.
Yeah,
so
exotic pivot with ways to recur it, right? Like, it's pretty cool.
So Exotic Pivot, IG, Resembling Required, Double Reiteration, Wormhole, which Cheap, how do you feel about Wormhole? Is that cause some issues?
I did watch X-Ray choke.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that. But Cha, Double Digitalia, and Unstable Dale and Zeph. So, I mean, that Logos board can just really cause some major issues. And that's what this deck can do. So, really cool to see. They tell no tales for nice removal. Gift of Amber. So, just bringing in quite a bit of control. So, well played, but it was great to see Stragan that this deck showed up.
Yeah. Yep. Very, very cool to see. It's awesome to see him get to top 4. That's his first time getting to top 4. I believe, certainly in Archon. I believe he's made top cut in Sealed before, but I'm pretty sure it's the first time in Archon. Watch, I'll talk to him at the local. He'd be like, "That's not right at all. It was the other way around." But that is my memory.
Shout out to General Store coming in top 8, Dom Fam top 8, Mammon top 8, and Kesterbeer top 8. And then you got your top 4s. Actually, technically that was Sunday, but I skipped ahead. Stragan 8, Kathy, and then we'll talk winner and runner up, people who qualified. So
yeah, So we were there pretty late because we had to do the top 4 of the round of 4 game for Sealed, and so I was matched up against Catsma Dogs, and X-Ray was matched up against Stormstrong, and it was it was a battle. So I'd been undefeated up to this point, and I previously beat X-Ray, so I was like, well, I would like to play him again. That'd be nice because I felt like his deck's very good, but I felt like I could make stuff happen. Catsman Dogs, just his deck was just the way it came out. It overtook my deck. And he was able to do a big round of stealing, and I was not able to respond. So he did defeat me. Unfortunately, it was the only game I lost the whole time. So then X-Ray beat Stormstrong. So X-Ray and Catsma Dogs went on to the finals. Now, because X-Ray already had an invite, there was a Stormstrong and I had to face off in order to play for the invite. And so that matchup was just a lot better for me. And I just had all the answers to Stormstrong, and was able to just put my foot on the gas pedal. And he made a big move towards the end, but then I just went and used my parasitic charge out of my archive to just cheat the win before he could really get off the ground. And so I managed to get the invite for Worlds and Sealed, which was pretty awesome. And
Congrats,
yeah, it was cool. It was very cool. I wish I could have been top table, but still pretty good. Pretty happy with the outcome. And so only lost one game the whole Sealed tournament, and then sort of watching X-Ray from a distance, and it was a big battle between Catsma Dogs and X-Ray, but X-Ray managed to eke it out, win the day. So X-Ray became the Sealed champion.
Woo! Way to go, X-Ray.
Yeah, man. So
Team AC has been doing really good.
Heck yeah.
I don't want to see you all at Worlds as I'm playing in Sealed, but X-Ray will be there. We're going to go ahead. That was from Portland. You can see that Unfathomable will be there from St. Louis, and then you'll be there from Baltimore. We also have Zazudi coming in from France, who's our big France winner. So hoping to actually be able to get some of our European individuals to come in and talk about Paris and kind of how that vault went. But team's been playing well. So shout out to Cats and Dogs and X-Ray
No.
for going ahead and being there. And again, Dres, you qualified. So awesome job, man.
Yay. So by the time we finish it, so it's getting real late. So the store's like closing. So like kick most everyone out. So X-Ray really wanted crabs because, Baltimore, and I kind of wanted crabs too. So found the place nearby that July recommended that was open till 10. So a bunch of folks went off to there and they're like, oh yeah, well, get the table, whatever. And so I waited for X-Ray. I think some of the people got there early enough, but then another group messaged us saying that the kitchen was closing at 9. And I look at my phone and it's like 8:49. I'm like, oh, well, guess we're not doing that. So we pivot, and some of the group that hadn't gotten there early, we all decided to go to the diner. So we head to the
Honeybee?
The Honeybee Diner. Yeah, we went to the Honeybee. Yep. And which is 24 hours, and it's just good diner food. It's diner food, but it's good diner food, right?
It is acceptable diner food. There is nothing. It is very
diner food. When
is
a diner?
Okay.
Yeah, when is a diner anything but acceptable and very okay? So
when it's not.
It was good diner food. Sure.
Have you ever had a bad diner food and or drink in your life, X-Ray? I'm wondering.
Who?
Have you?
Call me X-Ray?
I might have. That might have just happened.
Gosh.
Have you ever had a bad drink or food? Like, everything you have is tasty.
Yes. That's because I go to good places.
Oh, okay. That's fair. I mean, the Honeybee is like fine. It's like a little dirty, but I guess you expect that of a diner.
Yeah, you do expect that of a diner.
You go there for the grime,
That's right. That's right. Adds a little je ne sais quoi.
Flavor.
So, so I'm like, all right, we eat, we get our shakes, right? So we get some milkshakes there, get our food, whatever. And then I'm like, hey guys, let's go to let's go downtown. Let's go drinking. And X-Ray's like, hell no. He's like, I'm not doing the same thing of being hungover tomorrow.
But it worked, didn't it?
Well, and
all right.
I mean, to give X-Ray credit, so the top 4 for Archon, you had in no particular order, Kathy, Stragan, 8, X-Ray, and Sprack, who are still left. So, yeah, I guess with the
but it worked the night before, right? The night before he went and got
should
drunk,
have just done it again,
and he won. So if he would have done it again, there's no saying if he wouldn't have won for Archon.
It's true. He could have.
Now we'll never know.
But
I always find that playing hungover gives you the best Keyforge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, and here's why, right? Because you are hungover, you are so hyper focused on what is going on because of how hungover. Like, it's like you could either pay attention to the hangover or hyper focus on the game. Right? There's no in
tunnel
between.
Vision in.
You only get one. You get to choose one.
That may work for you. I would not say that's going to work for everyone.
Finishes, I was hungover as shit, like really badly hungover. Now some people would be like, "Oh, well, if you weren't hungover, maybe you would have won." And I say, "Well, I might not have even gotten this far if I wasn't hungover."
Yeah, I don't recommend this. This is not the.
I recommend it. Give it a shot. If it doesn't work, 100% your money back. And let me know.
So I'm like, let's go downtown. And I think the experience for some of the cars, like waiting on the highway for a half an hour, they're like, that's too far. Blah, blah, blah. So folks are like, we're just going to go back to the house and drink. And I'm like, okay, but like, do we have a bunch of stuff there? Like, I didn't bring anything because I thought we're going out. That's when we realized there was a liquor store next door. So, so we walk over to the liquor store, and with, by the way, surprisingly good booze selection for this like random liquor store. So I just get a big old bottle of whiskey, and I'm like, all right, let's do this. And we head back. And I just start pouring myself a whole bunch of whiskey.
Again, I do not recommend this, friends. Let me just say this out loud. I do not recommend this.
2 or 3 fingers, with or without water. Do you add ice?
No, just straight up.
No water to open it up. Let her
don't
breathe.
have a problem here.
You don't need that shit for. You don't need that.
I'm just saying.
It's good as it is.
Some people like the dropper too. They say it lets it open up and breathe. I have yet to experience this. I'm just saying this is what I hear.
I suppose I do believe this is a thing, but I would not do ice. A drop or two, I think, is potential.
I need ice. I don't like hot beverages, but that's just a preference. I don't like anything warm or room temperature.
So I'm drinking quite a bit, and I'm just like challenging random people to games of Keyforge. And by random people, I mean there's literally tons of people who showed up at the house, right? So I'm like, so Arlie's there because like everybody's just showing up in this tiny little house, right? So I'm like, Arlie, I'm facing you, right? So we're playing whatever, and so
I love Arlie.
Arlie's a great guy. So we play. It was a good time. And then like Kid Dynamite's hanging around. I'm like, you're next. And so I'm playing Kid Dynamite. Meanwhile, Arlie is like, for whatever reason, we're talking about his other deck, which is totally distracting while I'm playing drunk. Because like now I'm thinking about his deck. And so he's talking about how he's got this like he like opened like a 5 miasma deck or something, right? So I'm thinking about miasmas, but I don't have shadows, right? So anywho, so it's getting towards the end of the game. Like we're like missing triggers. I'm drinking whatever. But I'm like, damn, I need those miasmas. Next thing I know, a hand of 5 miasmas are given to me. So I call shadows. And I just play 5 miasmas. And I was like, what the hell is going on? I was like, yeah. He's like, you don't even have shadows. I'm like, well, can't forge. I was like, a miasma from another deck is only like 20% of miasma, but you get 5 of them? It's like a real miasma. So we did that.
And this, boys and girls, is why we don't drink and play Keyforge.
Or why you do. So that was a good ass time. So then we ended up playing the Rings and Things game. So Arlie had that, and so we played that. That was a good time. And then we were real drunk, so I just like threw all the cards in the box, and I was like, "Wow, I'll fix this in the morning because sorting cards is hard." But then I didn't realize that the game was going to leave with Arlie then. So, sorry, Arlie, it's just cards thrown into a box, not in a bag or anything. Sorted. Sorry about that, dude. I had plans to fix it in the morning, but whoops. But yeah, it was fun. So that was Saturday night at the Redacted House.
All right, let's move into Sunday. Time to finish out all the top tables. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, what happened with Alliance? Did that just end?
Oh, yeah. It was only 7 players, so they just played it out.
Did they play it out on Saturday?
7 player would be 3 rounds?
No, because...
Is it 4 rounds? I got to find the chart.
Didn't you say that Quick Draw ended up going ahead and playing in adaptive?
Yes.
So I think they had to have done cuts and then allowed them to be able to play. And I say because
there is no cut. It's only 3 rounds, I think. I'm pretty sure that under 8 is only 3 rounds. Sheep, I know you're playing against X-Ray right now.
Under 8 is no cut. You just It's basically just
it's
straight Swiss.
It's just 3 rounds, though, right?
Yeah, it's Swiss. You play until there's undefeated.
Yep.
Well, but okay. So the reason I'm saying this, Archon, we can see.
I'm not sure if it's 3 or 4 rounds, but it is just like it is Swiss. Wherever you rank is where you finish.
Right.
I'm going to default to go ahead and check Sloppy because I bet you they'll have more information about it. But top 7 that were there, you have congrats to the winner, Moose Man Dude, and the runner-up, Quick Draw. And then 3rd was Frog Legs, 4th was Dev. 5th was Lauren 1. We had 6th at Frio, and then 7th was Storm Strong. Out of that mix, you had 2 VM26. You had DT with Frog Legs coming in 3rd, Talk at 4th, and PV being PV. That took down number 1. So, yeah.
Yeah, so it was actually funny. So during the award ceremony that happened later on Sunday, they're like handing all the stuff, and like towards the end, Dead Sync, right, Andrew, he's like, hey, somebody forgot their mat and decks. And he's looking there at the top 8 mat. And we're like, dude, there was only 7 players in Alliance. And he's like, oh. He's like trying to find who lost them. I was like, oh, it's me.
Yeah, I totally played in that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was like, oh, whoops.
Oops. So is
So-
this going to allow
Yeah.
all the adaptive players to be like, look, there was 28 and only 7 players in Alliance. Adaptive definitely should be the second format.
I mean, they're
Is
not
this what I'm
wrong,
gonna-
but
Well, no, they are wrong
But,
because then there would just be 7 players in adaptive.
no, there'd be more than 7.
Yeah. I definitely think Alliance needs to go, but I think your side events have.
I don't think the side events are a good judge of what should bounce Alliance.
It's dangerous because they give you some evidence that people will play in these
Yeah,
events. but
given
you're not
that there is
competing-
nothing else to do.
Correct. That's where the problem is coming in. You're 100% right, but people. I mean, when you still look
'Cause
at
I
it, as
think if
people,
you gave people the
drop
choice-
to play in adaptive.
Now
That's
yeah,
something.
but it's the people that are got a hard on for adaptive drop to play adaptive, right? Like this isn't your average. Like Sheep's not dropping out of nothing to go play adaptive. It's the people that are.
Oh, but we're not
gung-ho about
comparing.
it.
We're not comparing our sheep players. I mean, most people are playing Sealed and Archon. Is
So
what
like
we're seeing across the
what you
vaults.
if you really want to put this to the test, right? Run whatever format you're thinking of, and then run it up against just another Sealed event, and see how it does. Because I will guarantee you, Sealed will win.
Yeah. Well, that's the real reason they don't want to do sealed side event on Saturday.
Yep.
This company is just allergic to making money. I
Nope.
really feel
Well,
like
it's just
if you
shifting
did
the day.
if you did Sealed. See, now I agree with Sheep, but he's like if you gave me another option of Sealed or playing Archon, I'd play Sealed, and I can't say that he's wrong. Because
I mean, if Sealed was the late side event and I'm 2-2, I'm definitely going over there.
well, no, what I'm saying is if day 1 was Sealed, whatever, right, just Sealed whatever current set, and then day, it's the Alliance Sealed, and then day 2 was Sealed, get 3, pick 1, or Archon. Which one?
I think
you.
I think
right?
it's a
closer to 50-50 actually on that day.
Yeah. I think it's a tough spot because anyone who has already lost 2 or depending on where the time frame is of 3, you know that you are not going to qualify for top 8. And so there is a real
dependent
incentive
on size. Right, depending
No,
on size, because you did have 2 players who had 2 losses in Baltimore, or I'm sorry, in St. Louis, who ended up being at final table. Just remember.
Yes, but if you go ahead and lose in your first round or potentially in the second, depending on who you're
Yes.
facing too, like you can see, you're not going to go ahead and qualify. If the person that you lost to also lost in the second or even the third round, and like your strength of schedule goes down significantly,
Right.
that you don't stand as high a chance. And so there is a real reason to play in all of these alternative formats during that time. So I can't I did the same thing, guys. I'm with every single player here. if you're not in the running, a few people can continue to play because they want to keep playing their Archon. Otherwise, we're going to play in some side events.
I don't want to hear this argument that this should be the side event because yes, there's like, okay, so I'm not in this. I guess I could continue playing in the main event for nothing or go over to this side event and have the potential to win prizes. Right? I'm pretty sure most people are going to pick, the side event. But like then using that as like this is the benchmark, I think is a shit benchmark.
I can't disagree. Yeah, I can't disagree with you on that. My only question is, are we at a spot, boys, where we can just have sealed on one day and Archon on another, and we have this side events? Is there?
I kind of think the answer to that is yes.
But, okay.
I would like to see another sealed. Still allows the players who have the Archon level decks to go do Archon if they so desire. But like I said, I would still like to see another sealed because not everybody has those Archon level decks. So then for a lot of people, you're going for a day and then maybe side events. Because sealed gives equal opportunity to everybody, right? Like it's a lot of luck, right? You pull fish, I don't even remember, fish, Oberos, and whatever, like Sheep did, in all three, you're kind of boned, right? So, I would like to see the opportunity for a second event. I know you guys hate it. I like the idea of draft, and that's fine. You don't have to like it. I enjoyed it.
Okay,
I get it. Like, it's not really my thing, but I thought it was cool. There was a different draft, by the way.
I heard it was Baltimore. Mass mutations.
Yeah,
that had to be a pain in the ass to make.
Oh no, I think that's awesome. I guess.
Oh no, it's awesome. But like, imagine having to go through however many decks and finding cards that don't have pips on. Don't have, enhancement pips on them. That's gonna be a pain.
I guess I was just looking at, before we get off, your comment in regards to certain houses. Yes, I do think if you have decks that have repeated houses, it is harder to put together a deck. But it was very interesting to me to see what houses are showing up for sealed. Did you guys pay any attention to that or no? It's a little bit of a rabbit hole. But if we look, you have consistently Unfathomable. There were 5 of the top.
Abyssal Sight's in set.
Aquadon.
A lot of that going around. Yeah.
Aquadon
have a lot of have a lot of good actions.
Shadows.
Got a lot of good actions.
It's very interesting. The outside kind of Draz, your Oberos was there, but there were 2 Oberos, there were 2 Geistoid, there were 2 Skyborn. And and there was the 1 Mars, because Stormstrong had there were 4 pods that were used in that build. But if you look, it's really interesting to see how DM is coming out and what people are consistently playing. I also thought that looking at your decks in Drascore and then DOK, both Cats and Dogs and X-Ray's deck, and even yours, they seemed a lot more generic, even as alliances, especially compared to what we saw in St. Louis. But it's just a different group of decks. So I thought it was really neat to see those decks coming up and showcasing the players and how you took it quite a ways with some pods that didn't look outstanding, to be honest.
Yeah.
Anyway,
it was nothing. It wasn't crazy, but it worked. So, yeah.
All right. Looking at I thought for Draft Pack was really cool. It looked amazing, and I'll give a shout out. 24 players again, 3 pods of 8. So that Wookiee has sold out at all 3 of the vaults, but it's also kind of the new hot thing and people want to try it. So they had 2 of the winners listed, Dev and Mooseman Dude, as pod winners. So congrats. But some really neat builds. I don't know. What did you end up playing in that dress?
No, so I casted. I streamed because when I was at Portland, folks were so excited to play draft, and I wanted to try it because nobody had played it so far, that nobody streamed the the Archon finals. Like there was just no commentary.
Welcome to St. Louis.
And so I was like, I am not going to let that happen. So I ran around and recruited, and finally got Metal Zoa to join me. Mooseman Dude actually also offered after Metal Zoa had agreed to. So thank you as well, Mooseman Dude. But Metal Zoa and I went in and just had a good old time talking about the games and the matchups and what we were seeing. And I felt like we did a pretty good job up until a certain point in time where it's like 2:30 and we hadn't eaten. And so finally, Metal Zoa orders pizza. And so the pizza comes and we're like eating pizza and we're just like scarfing it down and grabbing slices and all this. And we I guess I kept missing things that were happening because we're like, wait, what happened? How did the board change like this? And the chat had to tell us what had happened. Whoops. I guess I now understand why professional sportscasters aren't just like, chowing down on a Sammy while the players are playing.
While on the job. Yeah, I didn't get to see Sunday.
To be fair, they weren't paid very much.
We were not paid at all.
Right.
I didn't get to see Sunday, so I didn't get to see your casting because I was with another event. However, Friday, Saturday, I will say I really wish that there was communication with potentially community members to be able to cast. And I know those of us following along, it wasn't a large group by any means. But it would be nice to have some people who are just kind of talking through the plays versus the players, because the players are oftentimes not narrating what's actually happening. I know Wookie, you had talked about this, but the idea when there's time in between rounds, either to jump to another board if there's another
just fill those holes. There's so many holes in the cast.
Correct. Even just going ahead and putting it.
Watch when there's just nothing going on for 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah. And just being like when you're waiting and then it's like, it's saying, we'll be back in 20, which I thought Josh did a really nice job of saying, hey, we'll be back in 20 minutes. But then that 20, with the logistics happening in the background, it gets either delayed or it's a few more minutes. And again, I understand that as I was putzing around, I could check in and out and not really worry. But if we do want to build a large community, I would love to see some of those gaps filled and kind of here's highlights or just kind of quick reel or just another game that's put in. Even if it was ran simultaneously and then that got ported in.
Right.
Something different, even just to shorten it up. And I know that can be done post, but in the moment, some of the live streaming, it's just it's something to see. I appreciated it, but I do think it could have been a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, there's possibilities there. It's just whether they want to put the money in, and the answer
is no. Yeah, and
they have no. It's for a company trying to make money, you would never know it. So that's all I'm saying. You would never know. They're just they're make money. What do you mean? Just it is what it is. It's lots put on community members, and not much you could do about it. I'm gonna tell you that one. I mean, you could definitely set up another camera. I don't think that's too much. And then even if it is just a side game or whatever is going on, having just 2-3 cameras just out there filming 3 different games, 4 different games, so you can just switch over, right? So
Yeah, I think that's the
body.
easy. Well, you do need a body to be able to go ahead and switch over when
Right.
it finishes.
So-
But I think that even being able to have here's draft, and so seeing as people are like going out and drafting, like there's interest this year. So just having a couple extra cameras, which aren't a ton, and then someone to shift it over would be cool, something to do. But again,
you and I both understand
It's okay where it is.
not a ton.
No.
But the answer they have is we have 0.
Yeah.
So again, it's just it would keep people in the chat and engaged.
And I will say thank you, Draz, for you being there and being able to cast. I didn't hear it, but it makes it actually a smoother experience. But I still enjoyed following along and watching the decks. I still remember actually for sealed, quick draw and Cats and Dogs. Literally, that was game 1, and both ended up making top 8. So it was really cool to see that matchup and to see kind of the decks that were there. They were both pretty fire decks, so I enjoyed it.
All right, tell us how. Tell us how Burnish Nichols is OP.
So, yeah.
Tell us the tail Papa
games.
Core.
2 games that were decided by Burnish Nichols plays. Not like, oh, I discarded it. Burnish Nickel plays. Like Burnish Nickel on board, Burnish Nickel relevant. I think the first one, I should have rewatched to see the details, but the first one went down. And what's that?
I thought it was a wild wormhole, but okay.
Was a wild wormhole burst? No, there was a different wild worm. So X-Ray lost.
Well, here.
He lost the first game. There was a second game.
Come on up, X-Ray. Tell us how you lost.
Yeah, come here, X-Ray.
All right. While
He's
you're
right
going
there.
at it-
I mean, might as well.
I know, but while you're there, he was on the trajectory. So he took sealed, and then he ends up going ahead and finishing second in Archon. That was almost a Timu Vargas move. Like, that was impressive. So Kokathy and Stragonate finishing top 4, and then shout out to Sprek, who won Archon and X-Ray, taking the runner-up.
There's X-Ray.
And,
There he is.
Go ahead, tell us about it, bud.
Maybe.
He doesn't know how to use this technology.
You gotta
just want to
unmute.
hear about how Wild Wormhole is the worst card ever.
I agree.
And why is that? Oh, there he goes.
Which part do you want to know how I lost? The wild wormhole or the end of the game?
Both.
Well,
Well, the
tell us
wild
about
wormhole basically
wormhole
sealed the
and
deal, right?
Right.
No, he still was really close in that game. Even
It
with
was
the Wild
close,
Wormhole.
but that was massive. So go ahead.
So I was worried that he would have a cover fire, and I still had my my hoodwink, and I wanted my hoodwink to go off after the cover fire. I wanted him to have to use the cover fire. So I had Wild Wormhole in my hand, and I just flipped my deck. So I thought maybe I get lucky and there's not a creature that comes from the Wild Wormhole. And that pushes me to check.
Because Sprek has Cryptic Collapse is the important
Correct. Which is why I hadn't played creatures the entire game.
part.
And so I hit the Wild Wormhole, it hits the Scorpion, and then it wrecked me with Cryptic Collapse the next turn. Now, the end of the game went to time, and I called Shadows, and I did not pull my archive. And in my archive, I had Cover Fire. But all that to say, it came down. He had 6 Amber. I had played a Felder's Plan, and I had put a Chummy underneath the prophecy where if you have 6 or more or whatever, then it activates. So I felt pretty confident, and he ended up playing the MVP of the game, which ended up stealing an amber from him, putting him
He played a
under
burnished
5.
nickels.
Yes. Put him under 6 so my chummy didn't fire, tied us at 5 amber apiece, and gave him one more creature than I had on the board.
The burnished nickels was the +1 creature?
The Feldar's plan. So
Yes.
because X-Ray played Feldar's plan, playing burnished nickels, transferred an ember from Sprek to X-Ray.
I know you're all obsessed with it being burnished nickels, but it was any pointless creature.
Yeah, sure, come on. But still, it was burnished nickels.
I felt like I had it. I felt like there was no way he was out of it. And then all of a sudden, Burnish Nichols comes down, and it's a tie game with more creatures.
Mm-hmm.
How I feel about them tiebreaker rules.
Mm-hmm.
That turn to me just felt it was absolutely right on his part to win the game, but it felt so terrible because it's like nowhere in real Keyforge would you ever play that turn he played.
Right. You would never lose Amber on purpose.
And that's why there is no good end of time format. Like it just, I don't know what to do. I haven't come up with anything better, but yes.
Nobody has. That's why we're still
nobody
stuck
has,
with the same pointless shit.
But when players are playing turns that don't make sense, you wouldn't do something. You wouldn't actually play it as a regular turn. It's no longer Keyforge, and that's where it's frustrating.
Yep.
Most games have additional turns after time is called, X amount of turns after. And then if it's not decided,
it's a double loss.
Well, no, it'll go to,
I mean, but all you're doing is pushing that stupid play to 2 turns later, potentially. Like, that doesn't actually... That fixes that particular game because you guys were at the very end. But when you're 1 key to 1 key, 3 extra turns doesn't actually make that, like, game-ending thing that much different.
Right, but it adds more strategy onto it. Like, the person who had the last turn isn't just automatically...
It just delays it. What she's saying is correct.
You know how many turns, so you still know when you get to do the shenanigans. It's just now it's 2 turns later instead of right now. But it's still, as soon as time is called, you know who's getting the last turn. You know when the shenanigans happen.
So here's my question, boys. Again, why don't we just... at 5 minutes or somewhere close to that, turn off our timers. And as soon as the judges
that particular game was played to the timer, but okay.
But I'm saying you turn off when there's 5 or a set amount under 10. Okay, so that people are not running their own clocks or something simultaneously. And as soon as time then is called, the judge calls time, everyone's hands goes up, and you just stop. That is exactly where the game finishes at that point in time. No extra action, no extra turn.
It just becomes
nothing.
Having a good internal timer is beneficial.
I can't disagree, but it's a lot harder when you're under 5 minutes, especially in a finals there, to be able to push.
I mean, that's when you do like we did it live, and there's like a call at 17 minutes, and that's it.
Correct. But that's what I'm saying.
And no timers are allowed.
But there's no timers. But I think.
But that's not even. It's like then what? Nobody can wear a watch. Nobody's allowed to look at their phone, and it's way too hard to
police. I get that. It's just that there has to be a better way for it at the end.
Yeah, go to time. You both get a loss.
How do you fix that in a final situation though?
Well, there is a point where I cannot win.
I don't disagree with you on go to time, both get a loss, but once we get to the finals, it becomes a little more
Then the game just doesn't count.
And then, why not just have
and
no
then
time limit then?
I don't actually have an answer for you.
All right, cool.
I mean, it could go as a draw, and so then it counts less in your strength of schedule since we're actually moving the strength of schedule.
But I agree with
he's really talking the best of 3 at the end.
Right. When we get to the very end, this solves 0 problems.
No, and we saw what happens when there is no time limit. So
right,
that's
it just
also
goes forever.
Which is why Which is why I said that when time is called, it's just hands up and you count. You can still go through your end of time, like who has the most creatures, who has the most amber, who has the most keys. Like, does anyone have enough amber to forge? You can do all of that simultaneously and actually stop the waste of the bleed over of 10 plus, like 5, 8, 10 minutes as people are playing out their last turn, trying to eke out a turn that wouldn't actually be Keyforge. Because game is done, hands up. Let's go ahead and do end of time
I think
scoring.
the same thing happens. Like you
I've got to go to bed.
Just...
You guys enjoy this argument.
All right, but I mean, we could talk. We've talked about this subject to the cows. Now you just
till the sheep falls asleep.
Till the sheep falls asleep. You just shift where the again. It's just like what Sheep says. Now you've just shifted the shenanigans to.
It's to who has a better internal clock.
Well, both players have access to vision of the timer.
No, I tell you, at when you get to, and it can be anywhere under 5 is where I'm saying, but go ahead and take it at 10.
Blank.
It goes blank, and at that point, you're going to go ahead and have to know the time that's there, like your internal clock. But yes, Sheep is right.
Policing that would be a nightmare.
Well, but both players can go ahead and see if someone's looking at their watch or someone's looking at a phone. Like that's where.
Yeah, now this becomes. I mean, here's the deal, though, too. Like you can't do that, right? If I get a call in a game and it's my job or Keyforge, I shouldn't, right? But if
you're there and you're picking,
there's a probability that it could happen.
No, if you're there and you're picking up your phone, I'm sorry. Like that again, you can take.
So you get a call from your wife and kids at home. You're not taking it because, oh man, I got to be Vault Warrior.
No,
really.
Like if you're in a game, I don't know how many people I have seen at a vault that's going ahead and picking up a phone in order to talk to work or a spouse.
Done it.
You finish the game and you can talk to them after. I don't think there is enough. The system is not great. So it happened. It's there, but congrats.
We'll argue about it later.
I'll say that. Yeah.
Congrats to everybody in the top 8. Congrats to all the side event winners. We can talk about, we never really got a real good chance, but I think draft is the way to go. Support@gg.com. Send that in.
Way to go, Burnish Nichols being OP.
Yep, Burnish Nichols is OP. We've learned a ton here today. Go support your game found.
Yeah,
it'll be coming out soon.
Thursday, July 23rd at 11 a.m. CST. So Central Time. Thursday, July 23rd is when the launch date is for GameFound Shattered Realities.
Go get your Shattered Realities, shatter your reality, and we will see you all next time.
Happy fortune, everyone.
May the forge be with you.
Lights in the dust. You call your mama, I call your bluff. In the